Can anyone unseat the Patriots? It's the coach. This is opening weekend on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll watch a couple of young quarterbacks who are looking to make the jump in their second seasons, as we'll see Josh Allen of the Bills taking on Sam Darnold and the New York Jets. I'll be back at halftime with a look at games in progress. But first, let's get you to the Garden State of New Jersey. Standing by, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Buffalo Bills. So happy to be with you, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, and we thought it would never get here, but here we are back together. It's opening weekend of the 100th season in the NFL.
So much football to talk about. That's our main focus. But how about how much happened in the offseason? Rules changes. Overtime rules were discussed in a big way. Some superstars changed addresses. There's a whole lot to talk about in the NFL in addition to this game we're getting ready to watch.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. So here are the Bills being led out by their quarterback, the 7th overall pick of the 2018 draft. It's Josh Allen. And, of course, the Bills, they've been looking for a franchise quarterback for a number of years, and now they think they have their guy. He certainly had his moments as a rookie, including an impressive win in Minnesota in his second NFL start. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is the 3rd-round pick out of FAU, Devin Singletary. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
You get block me. You get block me. You get block me.
To throw, it's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. On first down, Moss. He'll get 3 up to midfield. The starters now on offense, and Stephon Diggs, our first chance to see him today.
Brandon, remember we had this conversation about how highly recruited he was in high school. Didn't quite live up to it in college due to some injuries. But boy, has he hit the NFL like a bomb. Stephon Diggs, a crafty, mature route runner who can go the distance.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. And quickly the starting 11 now for the New York defense.
One of the best young safeties in the NFL, Jamal Adams. Keep an eye out for him because no one is safe when he's on the field, including mascots. Just ask Pat the Patriot. Jamal Adams was also the 2019 Pro Bowl Defensive MVP.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he's able to find Diggs. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
They'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's second down. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. That one goes against Deion Dawkins.
57, Mike 57. Check.
Allen off the play fake. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Right back to him on first down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On second and 12, Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Devin Singletary there, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And it thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. After the interception, here's Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Here's Le'Veon Bell's first carry as a New York Jet. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Here's the Jets punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Jones breaking from the contact. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. We're scoreless after 1. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. It's complete to Diggs. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Well, this week 1 matchup pitting a couple Empire State rivals, no strangers to each other. They were both original members of the AFL, the American Football League, way back in 1960 to 1969. It's been a close series. Bills lead it all time, 62-55. And, of course, both of these franchises really feel like they have their quarterbacks of the future in Josh Allen and Sam Darnold. Allen with a throw caught by Beasley. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen, and he finds Tyler Kroft. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz, too fast to handle.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. A shotgun snap for Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Bell. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. Mario Addison in on the stop. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Marr is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. On third down, they go with Singletary. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Now it's Crowder. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jets will take over first and 10. And New York set to take the field. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds.
Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White. Now White lost the football. And he's able to take it. Does the big boy have the juice? The 30. Past the 20.
Hey, let's go. Intercepted. All day, baby. Let's get this.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Beasley signed with the Bills in March just before his 30th birthday after 7 years with the Cowboys, hoping that he can be a very valuable slot receiver in Buffalo. Just under 700 yards last year and 3 touchdowns in Dallas.
Round 80. Mike 54. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
On first down, Allen finding Knox there, complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Allen, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Bills are going to tie the game at 3. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never got a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Back to throw, Darnold. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the 2nd half, let's get it back to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Our update now from down in Miami, and it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. New York set to take the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving.
Here we go. He's checking.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Bell. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the 17, Darnold caught here by Griffin. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. He's got this one complete to Perriman. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they go pass on 3rd and 2. They complete it, but no gain. Should they have tried to run it?
I thought that running the ball in that situation is what they would have done, because at worst case scenario, you may bring up a 4th down decision for your team. Instead, now they're not close to the 1st down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. The kick by Maher is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now Allen, and he completes it to the tight end Knox. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Allen now to throw again. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Allen now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Quentin Williams brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
When you spend your first-round pick on a pass rusher, you are absolutely counting on him to be an impact player. And there you go. Right away, he gets to the quarterback.
And guess what? Likely the first of many that we're going to see from that young man. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd and long. Allen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And New York set to take the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Go, go, go. Kill.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now a draw play. This is Bell. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The Jets on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Darnold from the gun. He's got Gore. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's the Jets punter now. as he'll punt it away for the second time. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on second down. Allen. And he whips that one incomplete there. Tyler Croft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And it's third and short. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Offense.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time.
Oh, they come after him, and it's blocked. It's picked up, and this is a live ball, remember. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. As his guys are in for 6, and the Jets will extend their lead.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Able to get the pressure, get a paw on it, knock it down, and then go and grab it and take it into the end zone. What a play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here come the Bills. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the ground, it's Singletary. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Moss. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space.